many things could have gone otherwise, but because of him this evening, I can sit here comfortably and say that we have had a tremendous day. Who do we have here this evening? Who do we have with us? Where are you logging in from? What is the reason why you are present? Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you at this time to visit the chat. You know how to do that. You are experienced enough. And just to share with us your name, your purpose for being here this evening. And tell us one thing that you are grateful for. I don't know what it is because, so many people are grateful for different things. We here in Jamaica, we are enjoying the heat, but down in the Eastern Caribbean, there are hurricanes that are popping up left, right, and center. Over the weekend, St. Lucia experienced breath, and I was told that the damages were not as devastating as they were anticipating. But here we are enjoying the heat. It's extremely hot in Jamaica. I'm telling you, I've never experienced anything like this before in terms of the heat. You are in your car and the air condition doesn't seem to make any sense. It's just rough being in the car, of course, and the AC is running. You have your fan, you have your AC at home, and, it's just hot just the same. There is something happening in the climate. I don't know what it is, but wherever you are this evening, I know you are grateful for something. And I'm encouraging you at this point in time to go to the chat and to tell us that one thing that you're grateful for. Tell us why you are present with us this evening. Tell us what you expect to achieve out of this training. This evening we are looking at how to improve your sales and, of course, increase your business. That's what we're looking at this evening. That's the objective of tonight's training. We want to empower you. We want to help you to grow. We want to train you. We want you to develop into, extraordinary entrepreneurs. And of course, an important aspect of entrepreneurship is sales. I was thinking to myself just recently that our education system is so broken, right across the Caribbean, right across Africa. I speak of these places because, of course, you understand that my melanin is extremely strong. I know the Europeans, they do their own thing and that benefits them. But, this system that we have here in the Caribbean, this system that we have in Africa is a broken system. It's a system that does not ascribe to entrepreneurship. It's a system that does not teach you the importance of a positive mindset. I was at a conversation today while I was at my car wash, with a gentleman. He operates a car wash. He says he's a Christian man, he's a pastor. And I had a conversation with him today, and I said to him, hey, listen, the church is a magnificent institution. The church has done some great things here in Jamaica and across the world and continues to do so. But one of the failings of the church is that the church fails to instill entrepreneurship values and proper mindset values in the people of the church. I say, listen, right now, if you go on the street and you preach to somebody who is a scammer that is earning 10,000 US dollars weekly or daily, and you bring that man into the church, you do not have an employment system in place or an entrepreneur system in place that they can plug that man into so that he can go and try and make that same money he was earning from the scamming, legitimately. And that for me, is really, really worrying. As a people, that's something that we have to try and fix. A lot of people are afraid of entrepreneurship because it involves sales. But did you know the dentist has to sell? Did you know the doctor has to sell? Do you know the musician has to sell? Do you know the movie actor and actresses, they have to sell? Did you know that if you're going to be a successful banker, you must sell? Did you know if you're going to be a successful preacher, an evangelist, you have to be good at selling the gospel in terms of not for money, no, but for convincing and, for conviction, to bringing the message across to individuals. And so don't shy away from sales. You're a natural salesperson. And if you're lacking skills and competencies, then of course those can be developed. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for this evening's training, I digged and I searched and I came across an interesting video that I'd like for us to lock arms onto this evening and for us to see how best we can assimilate some of this information and make it a part of our daily diet. I'm going to share with you a video this evening that speaks to how to improve your sales and by extension how to improve your business. Don't take these things for granted. We're not here to waste your time. If you feel like you're wasting your time, you don't have to be present. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're not getting value, you don't have to be present. But if you're going to be present, make it meaningful. You know what I mean? Come with your notepad, take your notes, because the things that we teach here, ladies and gentlemen, the things that we disseminate, we expect that if you implement them, then, you know, you will have a successful business. So without any further ado, I'd like for you to sit back and to relax. I know people may be, you know, enjoying a cup of the Vida Divina tea at this time of the evening because, of course, you know, you would have had a dinner earlier. Or you may be that person who's just having a cup of Tonkat Ali or Tonkat Ali Scalp or black coffee, you know, one of those coffees you may be having them at this point in time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, heard there from Sir Pat talking about, you know, the essence of improving your sales and by extension improving your business. What are your thoughts? I hope you weren't sleeping. I hope you weren't napping. I hope you weren't distracted, but very focused on what this gentleman presented just now. How do you rate this presentation? What number do you have for him? Anything between 1 and 10. Where do you rate him? 1 being, you know, very poor, 10 being extremely good, excellent, very good, however you want to put it. Where do you rate him? Go to the chat and rate Pat's presentation. Where are you? Clinton say, hey, it's a 10 for me. Okima gave him a 10, very informative. Wendell, 10. So the 10 seem to have it today. Loads of 10s coming in from Pat. Marie says 10. All right. So Clinton, let me begin with you, sir. You gave the first 10. Let me just ask you to unmute. I hope you are able to speak and speak to us. Tell us, why is it that you gave Pat 10 based on the presentation? What is it that resonated with you the most, Sir Clinton? Go ahead.
Good evening, Sir Christopher. Good evening, everyone.
Blessings to you, sir.
I may have to go through my notes, but while he was going through the process, it just reminded me of some of the calls that I get sometimes, especially where he spoke about, you know, somebody call you and you're not interested, and you say, okay, can I call you back in 6 months' time, and whatever. I'll follow up, right?
Yes.
I mean, hearing him was like, you know, the script is really real, you know?
Absolutely.
He was basically saying exactly what some of the guys were saying. I'm not necessarily going to any part of the order, but when speaking about maintaining customer relationships,
yes, sir,
it's very, 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 very important. Because, I mean, the relationship don't necessarily have to be all about business, but because you maintain that relationship, things like even the referral becomes automatic. Because, I mean, it's like the fertile ground, are the things. Because if you can be led into another network, all because of the maintenance of a relationship with a particular customer.
Yes, sir.
Right? After they build trust in you, they may as well, they might just open up some doors that you didn't even know that was there. You know? So maintaining customer relationship is very good.
Absolutely.
I mean, the part about the presentation, I agree as well, because sometimes you don't really need to say much to people. You know, you don't really need to give people too much information. Because people don't necessarily buy based on what you're telling them. But the based on how they feel about it.
Yes, sir.
Right? If they feel comfortable about it, whatever you tell them, they just go by it, you know? So, I mean, at least some things for others to say.
Awesome. But I just want to ask you one question though. So, of course, he spoke about these 8 important steps or principles that really helps to improve the sales and by extension your business. You spoke about the ones that you're very strong at. Based on what you heard, is there any of these that you have a problem with, that is a weakness for you, and therefore you are seeking to improve this particular area?
Well, approaching a prospect, making that contact, was always a challenge for me because, you know, I am more like a person who don't normally talk to people like that.
Right.
You have some people who approach, you know, I mean, it's so easy for them to just go to somebody and just start a conversation, right? For me, if I don't have something to say, I say nothing. You know, so I have to force myself to find something to say, to break the ice, so that a conversation can start, and from there, you know, can lead. So that is, I mean, I am getting there. I'm working. It's something I'm working on, and it's working for me. It's just that I need to turn it into a habit. Nice.
All right, Sir Clinton, thank you very much for sharing this evening. Really happy to hear your comments, and of course the emphasis you place on the essence of the customer, maintaining that good customer relationship, you know, following up, and of course you're seeking to improving and prospecting by, you know, the way you approach individuals going forward. Happy to hear that, sir. Happy that also we were able to be of some help where that is concerned, considering the training that is ongoing this evening. Sir Wendell, you were another person that gave a 10. Sir Wendell Bob, please, sir, just unmute your mic if you are able to. If you can't, that's okay. But if you are able to, please unmute your mic and say why you gave a 10 to the presenter. And let us know what is it that resonated with you from this conversation this evening. Mr. Wendell Bob, are you there, sir? Mr. Bob going once, asking it to unmute. Mr. Bob going twice. All right, Mr. Bob is unavailable. All right, so these 6 principles, ladies and gentlemen, would have been shared by you know, our presenter this evening. You know, looking at how we can improve our sales. Something that he said that really stuck with me is that, you know, if you're not making 200 calls on a daily basis, you know, as a rookie, think about that for a moment. He's thinking about someone as a rookie that is making 200 calls per day. And he's saying that if you're not doing that, basically you're not hungry enough. Because in essence, he's of the view that once you're in sales, it doesn't matter what type of sales you are in, whether it's, you know, auto parts or car, you know, for us, we are selling products, health and wellness products to individuals. You know, how many calls? You can go to the chat and type and let us know. How many calls are you making on an average day? You know what I mean? How many people are you reaching out to, literally talking to on the phone, calling somebody and talking to them? Or how many individuals are you interacting with on Facebook? Just go to the chat and drop the number. It can be 1, it can be 200, it can be 300. How many people are you connecting with like that on a daily basis so as to get your business out there like that? Because the truth is that could very well be where we are falling short, because we believe that, you know, we are doing enough, when in truth and in fact, you're really not doing enough, you know, to get the sales. You know, like I said to you before, I remember one Sunday, I sat down and I said, listen, I need to get some products out. This was a Sunday, right? And this was like in the afternoon. And I made 69 calls. And it was the last person that I spoke with who said, bring me a bundle of tea. That was $18,000. And I had to leave all the way from where I was to go into the hills of Constant Spring to deliver that one bundle of tea. Of course, I did charge the individual, you know, delivery fee. But that just goes to show you the extent at which you have to go. Sometimes, I remember when I was seeking, additional income back in 2019 before I found Vida. A good friend of mine, Dr. Olness, she is a pastor here in Jamaica, but she was also the former director of the Registrar General in Jamaica. Very powerful lady. She's the one who transformed the RGD to be the company that it is today. But she's an insurance agent. And she called me one day and she said, Chris, listen, I know you can be good at this. I know this is your calling, sales is your thing. And when I went into her, and she said to me, okay, Chris, here's the document, complete this form. I did all of that. And then she said to me, I need to find 275 people, yes, and bring those names to her before she can accept my application. 275, this is an insurance. And this is the norm. You know what I mean? They expect you to know a minimum of 300 people like that. So how many people are you reaching out to? Somebody said none, somebody said 10. You know what I mean? You have to be reaching out. You have to be connecting with people on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis, because this is what you do. You are in sales. This is network marketing. And an aspect of it is actually the sales aspect. If you're not selling, then you're depending on something else. I don't know what you're depending on, right? But the essence of your business really ought to be sales. Another thing that stood out for me in this presentation, and I see where it is working wonders for me personally as somebody who has taken this business seriously, is the issue of referrals, right? No, my referrals are coming as a result of the relationship that I have established and is maintaining with my customers. I have more customers who are referring individuals to me. In fact, I have customers who have set up an entire church presentation for me to go and present to 200 or 300 people. I have customers who have said, no man, my blood pressure is balanced, my blood sugar is balanced. I have to tell more people about this. Chris, would you come to my home and speak to a few community members, because I know they are struggling. You know what I mean? I've been like, I'm going to Portmore and those places. I'm going over to Portland. I'm going to Manchester. I'm going to Montego Bay. People are calling me and setting up presentations for me to come just because they themselves would have used the product. They would have gotten a particular result that they are pleased with. And so as a result of that now, they are saying, hey, Chris, I'd like for you to do this and to do that. You know what I mean? That comes not just from me selling them the product, but also the relationship that I have established and continue to maintain with them. One of the things that I do, I remember just the other day I had a conversation with one of our team members. So I asked the team member, okay, you sold 10 teas during the month. I said, do you have the names of the 10 people that you sold the teas to? No. Do you have a telephone number for the 10 people you sold the teas to? No. Then I said, but you have a problem. Because number one, if you sell a product to somebody, then you must now be the support system to say, this is the correct way to use the product. For example, the tea. How do I make the tea? What do I eat while I'm drinking the tea? Can I just eat anything? You know what I mean? So for me, that is, I always have my phone right here. And for every person that has bought a tea from me or any product, it doesn't matter if the direction is on the back, that is on the container. I go to the Vida website and I copy the suggested directions or suggested use, and I send it to them so that they understand that this is what is required, in using the stuff. What can you eat while taking this stuff? How do you go about taking this stuff? For what period do you take this stuff? How many do you take per day? You know what I mean? What do you do while you're taking it? That type of thing. So for me, it's all about a business and seeing this as something that is viable and wanting to maximize as best as I possibly can from this. What are your thoughts? What do you think? I mean, am I making sense? Did the presenter make sense? Is there anything that resonated with you? Do you see a weakness for you in the 6 process that he shared? He talked about prospecting, talk about approaching contacts, he talks about presentation, follow-up, referrals, and maintaining those customer relationships. What is the weakness that you have? What are your strengths that you currently see that is coming out of the presentation this minute? Roslyn, you are raise your hand. Let me just unmute you so you can share with us. Go ahead, Lady Roslyn. Thank you very much for volunteering to share. Go ahead, Roslyn. Ask you to unmute. Miss Allen, ask you to unmute. Please unmute and go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Roslyn.
Right. I just came in. I just heard your discussion about the persons. I don't know what you said before, but
Yes.
what you have suggested about taking numbers of person. That is what we're supposed to take on numbers of the person. Write it down into a book. Sometimes they say no, and you call them again. And if you have the clip in your tablet or your phone with you, with the clippings, you show them and they give them some more boots of how, yes, and they gravitate to that. But just showing them the product, they're not going to believe you. You just have to show them the clippings and what that drive them to want to buy your product. Even if they never want to buy your product, that's what they does. That's what I do. I take the names and numbers of persons. Yeah? Yes. And my communication with my client is very good. Maybe I don't get sales instantly, but after time, I call them back. Yes, they accept. One gentleman selling the product a couple of months back, and he have it at home sitting down. I said, you don't take the product as yet. He said, no matter what you waiting on. I said, try it. Out of the blue, one day last month, he called me when I was at work. Unexpectedly, the man called me and said to me, I take the tea and I start to belch. I never used to belch. Yeah? So he drank that one and he buy another one. He's still going to buy 4 more packs. So we have to take numbers of our clients and know our clients and speak to them properly, introduce yourself to them, tell them who you are and all of that. You have to talk to them properly.
Beautiful.
Even a ganja man, I don't smoke. You go beside them and have a nice smile and say, how you doing? And all of that. You tell them about the product. Even if they never want to buy it, they gravitate to you. That's what I did.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, throw some love emojis in the chat for Lady Roslyn. She came in late, but of course she's right up there. She's saying that, look here, I am in the business of prospecting. You know what I mean? I'm collecting numbers of people. You know what I mean? I am prospecting. I am making sure that I am reaching out to clients. But most importantly, I am following up with them. The people that I am prospecting, they may tell me no today, but tomorrow or a week later, I'm going to follow up with them to see where they are. And not just that, but those that know, receive the word and believe and then take action. I am going to follow up with them because they're drinking the tea. So I want to know exactly what is happening. That is awesome, Lady Roslyn. Put some fire emojis for her or some love emojis, however you want to express your emotions to Lady Roslyn this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a difficult thing. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? I know for some persons sometimes it can be difficult, but the truth is if you stick with it, if you do the right things, then I assure you that you will have the results that you require or you desire from this thing. Again, 6 principles shared by our presenter this evening. What is it that would have resonated with you? Where is the strength that you possess among the 6? And is there a weakness that you'd like for us to help you to work on? Feel free to raise your hand, man. It's a conversation, it's training, it's development. Don't be afraid, to ask the questions. Don't be afraid to talk. I mean, this is the forum for that. This is where you make your mistakes. This is where you know if you're on the right road or not. So that when you step out into the big playing field, you can have the success that you desire. So prospecting, approaching contacts, presenting your opportunity. Roslyn said, look here, yes, I take the information that they have, which is the telephone number, the name, etc. But I don't do a lot of the talking. What I do is that I share the videos. And that's another good way to do it. Because, for example, that one question, 2 videos that we normally ask you to share with people. So you ask them the one question, who do you know that would like to lose 5 to 7 pounds in a week off the tummy? Right? And somebody say, yes. What do? Do you know, go to say, listen, have a tea and this tea? No, you say, hey, listen, if I were to send you 2 videos that explains this process, would you be willing to watch these 2 videos? And people would say yes, because, I mean, that's how I started. That's how a lot of people have been doing it. And it has been very effective. So that's what Rosalie is saying, is that she shared these videos that speaks about the problem of toxins. That video speaks about the problem of toxins in the body and the problem of parasites, right? And how a detox can correct that. And then subsequent to that now, she's providing that video that speaks to the tea and how the tea can actually help the process of detoxifying the body in a comprehensive way. Sir Clinton said every exposure should lead to another exposure. I like that. Yes, the gentleman, he stated categorically that oftentimes he had to make 10 calls to the same person to generate 1 sales. Imagine that. And yes, it can be tedious, but I can tell you guys that once you start to roll, eventually you find the right people, and once you treat the people with the respect, don't treat the thing as if you're just trying to earn a buck. You know what I mean? That's when it becomes a problem. When it seems as if all you're about is just trying to earn some money. Build a relationship with the individuals, right? And in building this relationship now, you know what I mean? After a period of time, then you can now ask that important question. Do you drink coffee? You know, have you ever had a detox? You know what I mean? Do you know anybody that would like to lose 5 to 7 pounds of the tummy over a 1-week period? Do you know anybody who is struggling with type 2 diabetes? Do you know anybody who is struggling with high blood pressure? Do you know anybody who is struggling with prostate-related challenge, right? They're going to want to know why you're asking, and you're going to tell them, I'm a health and wellness consultant, and, you know, fortunately, I know these organic mushrooms that are helping people to overcome these challenges, you know, or to live a healthier lifestyle. And from there, you can now send the materials that explain the process to them. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening on another Monday night affiliates training and development. I trust that you would have garnered something special from this training that you can implement in your daily operation that will now help you to progress, you know, in a positive way in your business. Remember, you know, we have started, well, not I've started, but we have suggested a start date for our 90-day to our health and wellness goals. Of course, it's going to be a challenge, and we are asking people to accept this challenge. It starts on the 1st of July, and we hope to conclude on the last day of September. Whatever your health and wellness goals are, whether it be weight loss, whether it be, you know, your blood pressure you want to control, your blood sugar you want to control, you know, whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? Just accept the challenge. Send your information over to us. All the information is in all the groups that we know. And if you see it and you're a part of other groups, you can share it with those individuals as well. But each person is required to use a minimum of 3 Vida products over, you know, each month. So 3, you're looking at 9 products in total. Or if you need more, depending on the situation that you are dealing with, right? So let us know where you are. And the challenge is also open to customers. If you have customers that want to be a part of the challenge, no problem. Let me tell you, if it is one person that's going to be a part of the challenge, we're going to work with the one person. If it's 1,000, we'll work with the 1,000 just the same. I know people that have the health and wellness challenges, and they want to remedy these challenges. And so therefore, I have already engaged many of my customers who have said yes to the challenge, and they are going to be using their 3 Vida Divina products. Reach out to your clients, man. Reach out to your customers. Reach out to your family members. Reach out to your friends. You know them, and bring them into the challenge. Remember, if you're going to be a part of the challenge, and just submit to us before the 1st of the month so that we can know that you are in. And of course, every single Friday, we're going to meet at 7:30 in the morning to discuss the challenge. So you're a part of the challenge. We're going to provide you with, exercise support, nutritional support, and of course, motivation as we go along. All right. Now, of course, the month closes. The month closes on Thursday. I think Thursday is the last day of the month. Today is the Friday. Friday being the 30th. 30 days of June. Where are you in your business in terms of your achievements? What are the things that you set for yourself this month to achieve in terms of your ranks, and helping your teammates and so on to rank up? Please check your points. Make sure that you have your minimum 120 or your 1,000 points, depending on how you are doing business, and continue to grow. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking and staying with me this evening. I hope to see you again tomorrow morning at 7:30 when we seek to inspire and to set you in order for the day that is at hand. God bless you all. Have yourselves an amazing Monday night. Be good. Cheers.